Hello and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mike Wilson. Today we'll discuss a broad range of topics from the 2019 Indiana Legislative session. And joining me right now is Representative Terri Austin. And thanks so much for taking some time out.
Thanks for having me today.
So tell us what's happening in this legislative session. It's a budget year, so all the lawmakers are sort of, there's a budget somewhere in the discussion, but what else is happening?
Well, I'll talk about a bill that I managed to get out of the House that's under consideration in the Senate. It was actually brought to me by a constituent back in Anderson. It was a family that had to put their mother, she was 84, in a long-term care facility. And they felt completely overwhelmed and at a loss as to where to get guidance, what to do if they were very concerned about the quality of care she was receiving. And they just didn't know what their options and resources were. So after sitting down with them and talking to some of the folks at the state level who not only evaluate nursing homes, but those who are advocacy organizations, we came up with some language that actually makes sure that families that are facing long-term care decisions know what their options are in terms of their patient's Bill of Rights, make sure that they get a chance to consult with an ombudsman. The state has a nursing home ombudsman program if they're concerned about the quality of care and think that maybe it's declining for their loved one. And then also how to reach out to the Indiana State Department of Health, which is the agency that regulates long-term care and nursing home facilities.
Excellent, and I love it when legislation develops, you know, in a particular area. It's a constituent that bubbles up the issue because it's, you know, the representative form of government working. Hey, I have this problem. Because when you see one person, one resident have this issue, it's never just one person in Indiana who has that particular issue. So you're looking to address that. That
is so correct, and I actually have had several constituents since I met with this first family who've shared similar frustrations and experiences. And so, you know, it's legislation that I think every legislator can relate to, because we all have family members and others who are facing those decisions about where to place loved ones in the final stages of their life.
Sure, and it's never an easy decision, and it shouldn't be either. So to be able to have that research and that help and any kind of assistance that you can give to the families, wonderful. So how's this faring so far?
Well, it came out of the House unanimously, and it's over in the Senate. I think it's getting ready to get scheduled for a hearing. So I'm hoping this is one that will make it across the finish line and end up on the governor's desk.
Okay. Anything else you're working on right now?
The teacher pay issue is a huge issue for me personally as a retired teacher. Not that I won't benefit from this, but I know firsthand from my own school district and talking to superintendents across the state what a challenge they're facing. So many teachers are leaving the profession in record numbers. We rank near the bottom in terms of our surrounding states. I think we're next to last or a couple from last in terms of our average teacher salary. The House Democrats have proposed several opportunities to either set a minimum salary of $40,000, try to make increases through the state budget process. The majority has only responded by saying, well, let's require school districts to cut spending in other areas and put that money in classrooms. But you can't do that when you're trying to keep buildings open, keep them heated, and keep school buses on the road, and then pay your support staff, you know, janitors, cooks, other people who are important to the daily life of a school. So I'm hoping that in the end we'll hear some real support from both Governor Holcomb and from the majority party who is writing the state's budget. We'll certainly continue to make our views and ideas known, and maybe at some point there'll be an opportunity to sit down and come up with a meaningful raise for teachers, but lip service and forcing the schools to cut other areas just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you sharing your stories with us.
Thanks so much for having me today.
All right. And thank you for joining us as well. This is Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Mike Wilson. Thanks again for watching.